Allison, I've got my mind on the money today, I'm not going to lie, because right after the candidates got off the debate stage Tuesday night, we got a numbers-driven look at their campaigns through the filings with the Federal Elections Commission, the FEC. Now, we already knew some of these big headlines, who raised the most, who fell short, that kind of thing, but we now have a clearer picture of how that money is moving, how fast the campaigns are burning through what they're pulling in, and that matters because the primary has already lasted a while and could go on for a while more. So the name of the game for a lot of these campaigns is just staying in it until the field winnows and until voters can actually start voting. That means continuing to make the debate stages. We know those are getting harder to qualify for, but also being able to keep building out their ground game and at the very least, just keeping the lights on. And you need cash for that. So let's dig into what these filings said. First off, cash is no issue for Tom Steyer. He's spending big, like $47 million in just a few months big. He just made his first debate stage. He talked for roughly 7 minutes, and we'll see him again in November. He's got about $2.6 million cash on hand, but that number is kind of meaningless because he can just put more money in whenever he wants to. That's the perk to self-funding. Second, Joe Biden's numbers are raising some eyebrows. We know he lagged in fundraising totals in Q3 to Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Pete Buttigieg, but he still brought in $15 million. Here's the thing, though. He's burning through that, spending more than $17 million last quarter and leaving him with just shy of $9 million in the bank. That's definitely got some of my sources talking. And finally, the other two people that generally come up in the same breath when you and I talk about Joe Biden, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. Sanders has about $34 million in the bank. Warren's got about 26, and they've also got the lowest burn rate in the field. Here's a glimpse to how that's playing over in Warren world. Her chief strategist tweeted this the other day, that these FEC reports show, quote, "There's nowhere to hide from the reality of the dollars and the calendar in front of us. Is a campaign's fundraising growing?" he asked. Is its spending able to grow going into early contests as it must? For Warren, the answers are yes and yes. So Joe's not wrong. Certainly those points are important. And when we were talking yesterday about how does Warren's campaign feel after being beat up on at the debate, I always tell you that they're even keel. They don't get too fazed by the ups and downs of a campaign. They stay the course. Yeah, this is why. They feel comfortable with the nuts and bolts of the campaign machine that they've built, and now they're looking at it in comparison to the others, especially in these FEC reports. Now, when you talk money and Warren, by the way, she's doing things differently. She's skipping the high-dollar fundraisers that many others in the field are doing. That's something her campaign just said is going to continue, even if she becomes the nominee. But she will fundraise for the Democratic Party. In fact, she's doing that tonight, right here in D.C. Not the first time she's done it, likely not the last, but a setting we don't regularly find her in. Allison?
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.